I just say that Rich Karlgaard is one of my favorite people in the whole world? He organized 15 years ago all the predictions, and if you go back and you look at what they said, they are the original source of cloud computing, mobile computing, and the architecture we use today.
He's recognized as a thought leader, an economic and market forecaster.
Rich is not only the publisher of Forbes, but of a great book called The Soft Edge, Great Companies Looking for Lasting Success.
There are people of latent skills out there that because they didn't test well at age 16 or 17, might not have gone to the right school, might have made a couple of career mistakes, that suddenly they find themselves and there's this enormous talent to be tapped. And they neither have the confidence, and society doesn't realize that there's not this process of discovery.
A CEO of a $40 billion publicly traded company, whom I shall not name because it was, he said it in confidence.
What the initials are?
He said,
First Boehner, then McCarthy, now chaos. But some here say this conservative revolt in the House is actually going to be good for taxpayers. Are they right?
It's good because McCarthy would have been a disaster. We know already that he can't communicate very well, and that brings up the point. You have to have people who can articulate why this matters to the American people and connect it to economic growth.
Steve Forbes hired me in 1992 to start a futurist magazine called Forbes ASAP. In 1998, Steve promoted me to publisher of Forbes magazine and asked me to write a regular column on innovation. Recently, I spoke to the board of directors and top managers of Singapore's big sovereign wealth fund, Temasek. They invited me to speak about the Big Seven, 4 megatrends and 3 best practices that are shaping our future. But I knew that in order to win the trust of this very sophisticated audience, which included Ho Ching, Temasek's CEO and wife of Singapore's Prime Minister, I had to put my futuristic speech into the context of today's extremely volatile global financial markets. That's because political and financial volatility is the present-day climate that Temasek and all global funds now face. I recently spoke to the top 1,000 executives at Microsoft. The COO, Kevin Turner, wanted me to talk about my book, The Soft Edge, and how to create a healthy and innovative culture for the long run.
The book, the messages, the themes that you're going to hear about, I think really resonated with me even stronger than many of the wonderful programs we've had over the last 10 years.
He hoped my talk would support a top goal of Microsoft's new CEO, Satya Nadella, which is to reshape the Microsoft culture, make it more innovative, and take more risk. We had a perfect match. If you don't make the customer feel really proud that they're smart, that they're dealing with you and not the other people, and if you don't have just that little bit of wonder, then you kind of fall into this commodity vortex where no one wants to be.
All right, did you enjoy this?